Give him a
To you
slight
as well.
bow.
And
Actually, this is probably the
he
best time of day for us to be here, you know?
Yes, yes. Mm, exactly.
he kind of you know wrangles up the rest of the hobbits as
Mhm.
they are obviously preoccupied and are quite interested in the two of you.
Mhm.
But uh, over here with your keen elven um, hearing
Mhm.
that there is the young hobbit who pointed you out um, starts asking his father uh, about uh, whether you might be part of a group of elves that were communing with fairies by the Bywater Pool.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah. I water
So we
pool.
overhear this as we step away. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yeah. So,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
um, and his father says, "Don't worry about it. We have to get this tent up."
Right. Okay. By the Bywater
Pool.
Ferry? Is that what he's pool?
Pool.
Pool?
Pool.
By
Mhm.
the
Oh, I
pools.
see it. I see
So,
it. Yes.
like,
Okay.
yeah. So the Bywater
Yep.
is
Yep.
well away from here. It's pretty far,
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
but you would suspect that the
Hmm.
rumors spread fairly quickly in this
Mm.
community.
Hmm. Interesting.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'd have to
Yeah.
investigate that possibly.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Would the term fairy mean anything to us at all? Is it have some other
Um,
meaning to us, or is it literal, or
yeah. So, I mean, elves know that uh, that men and hobbits will attribute uh, fey feature,
Mhm.
ref- kind of associate all fey spirits with elves, even though
Mhm.
you're not actually related to one another.
Mhm.
It's just all mystical things to them. So you would suspect that there's probably something else to it,
Okay.
but there's not that you may have encountered fairies
Mhm.
before,
Mhm.
but there's no strong association between elves and fairies.
Okay, but a fairy is actually a thing. Okay, in this world. Okay,
Yeah,
so to
it's
speak.
really a term. Yes, it's a
Okay.
spirit that men and hobbits are known to refer to as fairies.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Um. Okay.
There's
But
probably an elven word for it that is
uh.
just a common spirit.
Okay. And then lastly for me, there's no rumor or long or tale of long ago that I can recall that would even kind of maybe refer to that pool at all, the Bywater pool. I think
Um, hmm.
a legend or anything. Well, it may not be a big enough deal, but I figured I'd ask.
I also have folklore myself.
Yeah. Why don't we? Yeah, let me have one of you do a lore roll. You can get an extra die for having. Do you both have folklore or just one of you?
I've got lore at
I've got
3.
folklore.
I've got folklore or lore.
Folklore.
Folklore. Yeah,
Where's that
folklore
at?
is is a distinctive feature, right?
Okay, okay.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not
So
lore as well. Yeah, it's a distinctive
yeah.
feature.
So what your distinctive features do? They could potentially give you an extra die
Hmm.
uh, when you spend a point of hope. You'll get two dice instead of one extra die when you spend a point of hope if you have a distinctive feature.
And
So if Todd rolls it, he could
mm-hmm,
spend a point of hope and get two
mm-hmm.
extra dice,
Right.
and Colriel could help him by
Because he's
spend a
my
point.
yeah.
Well,
We will do that then.
okay.
And this is because he's my fellowship focus?
Oh, I'm just
No,
hoping.
Does that have
because
anything to do with that? No.
no.
Okay.
Actually, he's going to give you 2 extra dice because he is your fellowship focus.
Yeah. Okay.
And he
Oh.
spends it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to get. So if you both spend a point of help or
Yes.
a point of hope,
Yes.
and Todd does the roll, he's going to get 4 extra dice.
Okay.
Okay. So I got to spend. Wait.
One
Where's
hope.
Hope.
Hope
Where's
is as towards the bottom or about the middle under resources.
Okay. So
You
I'm
should
gonna
see it and
take that down by 1.
yes.
Okay.
So your maximum should now be 1 higher than your the big diamond.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, and then
All right.
click on lore higher up
On
on
lore.
the skill.
Okay.
Yes,
And then go
and
for
then you
it.
should get a you should get a pop up, right? So you're going to your modifier is going to be 4.
Where'd you see that?
So when you click on lore, you should get a lore roll pop up, right?
Yeah, you do. Okay.
I do. Where is it? I don't
Okay.
see it. Maybe I'm
And
blind.
then down, your window should open up when you click on lore.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Now it
So
did. No, it didn't before.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I see it
So
now.
now,
Okay.
so now make your modifier 4. Or no, wait, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Or does
You're gonna click on the hope point bonus die,
okay.
the support from a companion die,
Okay.
Okay.
and then you're gonna add 2 bonus dice. So click.
Bonus
So
dice. 2 of
yeah,
those.
so
That's
click.
cool.
Yeah,
Wait a
and
minute.
then click. So with the bonus and penalty, on the left-hand side are the penalties. On the bonus are the right-hand side. So you
That's
want
why.
to click 2 over on the bonus die, and you should get 4 dice.
Oh,
That's
okay, I
that,
only seem to be able to click 1 at a time unless I'm doing something wrong.
No,
Is
no,
that-
just click the second one, and it'll give you 2 extra. So here, I'm going to send you a screenshot of.
Yeah,
of
what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing there. Sorry. Yeah.
So you have, for the penalty bonus die, you have 0 in the middle, and then you have
Right.
3 dice which are penalty,
Yes.
and then the other side you have 3 dice which are bonus.
Bonus, yes.
So you don't want to click the first bonus die, but you
Oh,
want to
okay,
click the
okay. They
second
don't.
bonus die.
Okay, I get it. I get it. Yep. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And now I'm gonna roll.
Yes.
I
So I just posted
see
a
it.
screenshot of
Yes.
what it should look like.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Okay.
Okay.
And now I'm going to roll my lore.
Wow.
All right.
6.
All right. So you got
Okay.
26. So your TN was 14. So that
Okay.
means that's what you needed to roll, and you rolled almost double that. So your
Okay.
total was 26. You only needed 14. So you got a
Okay.
success.
Okay.
All right.
And the
So
one means what? It's
1F.
1F. Does that mean anything?
Doesn't that F mean something?
yes, that is the Gandalf thing. So that means you
Okay.
even
You rolled a
even if you
Gandalf.
I rolled a
Yeah,
Gandalf. Okay.
so that means even if you didn't get the number of points that you needed, you
Yeah.
still would have succeeded.
Okay.
It's the auto success.
Okay.
So he rolled an
Yes.
11. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
You did not get any 6s. So if you click on the roll formula,
Really?
it'll tell you what the actual dice roll are. If you had gotten a 6
nice.
on one of these 6-sided dice, you would have gotten extra successes.
Okay.
But because you didn't get that, you're just going to get a standard success.
Right.
So the two of you, talk it over, and you realize that there is a spirit that lived in this area before the Shire was even established.
Oh wow.
And this spirit has been, you assume, it was always assumed that they just moved on when the hobbits took root here. But this spirit is known to be a bit of a trickster. It would play pranks on elves in the area, try to draw them into little traps to dump leaves on them, or
Hmm.
make them fall in a hole and have to climb out.
Hmm.
Uh, but the so it's quite possible that this fairy that they're talking about may be this old spirit that you assumed would have left the area and moved to more wilder
And okay,
areas.
and you're saying that this spirit like specifically likes to target elves for its
Uh,
mischief?
they didn't necessarily. I mean, elves were the only ones in the area when
Oh,
before the Shire was established.
okay.
So it's possible that they play, if it's still here, it might be playing pranks on the hobbits, and
But
they might refer to it as a fairy because of that.
it's never been malicious that we know of, right? Just,
Not,
just
yeah. The history of this spirit has
yeah.
not been malicious in any way.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right. Well, that's fine.
that
I don't
that
think.
might be
Right.
something to look into eventually.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All
All right.
right.
Okay. So we are continuing on our way to Mitchell Delving, I suppose. Yeah?
All right. It is the wee hours of the morning when
Mhm.
you arrive at Mitchell Delvey, and the letter that you received instructed you to meet at the Palabar Inn.
Mhm.
Ah, yes. Okay. And you said what time is it? Almost.
It's just dawn, so
Mm.
it's midsummer, so we'll say it's about 5 a.m.
Okay. All right. Are we using any dates or calendar in this?
We are going to,
Okay.
but I haven't established all of that yet.
Okay.
So,
That's fine.
uh,
Just wondering.
but it is midsummer right now,
Okay.
um, and which could explain the timing of the fair. But um, the sun is up for quite some time.
Okay. All right. Well then, shall we make our way, Calriel? I'll
Just
get it.
call him Cal. Just call him Cal.
Cal. That's so formal. Shall we make our way to this palaver
Uh-huh.
inn then?
And
Yes, maybe we can break our fast there.
sounds excellent. Hobbit food is most filling.
um, yes, they do know how to enjoy a meal. Yes.
We can arrive just before main break.
Hmm. Yes.
First breakfast.
First, I believe they call it that. Yes, they have been known to scarf down many a meal during the day. Yes. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, let's make our way there and
Uh, the door is the inn is the door is locked. You knock gently on the door. It takes a few moments, but a young, sleepy-eyed uh, hobbit woman opens the door, and you
Mhm.
see her eyes go wide and say, "Now we have elves. Wow, welcome." Uh, and she opens the door and watch your heads. It's uh, our ceilings and doors are low here. Uh,
oh, I see that. Yes, indeed. All right.
Give her a courteous bow and
Well, we have no choice but to bow to go inside.
and okay,
uh,
walk, bend down and walk in.
uh,
Right.
it, you must have traveled through the night to arrive here so early. Uh, are you hungry?
Ah,
uh, I think so, right?
um. Well, there's the thing. Now on our sheets, let's see. Do we
Oh.
have anything for? I'm just wondering if we're traveling with lumbus bread or whatever, right? Uh,
Yeah. I mean, you do have
so
you do have basic
that
provisions and everything
okay,
that,
all right.
that
That,
you need, and
but
you
Yeah,
that
probably
that
doesn't
part.
matter. Courtesy requires that we partake in their local
Oh,
custom
yes,
with
yes,
food.
I do agree with you. We shall
you
partake of thee.
yeah.
And if I do recall, this region may be somewhat uh, famous for, I guess it's like a honey loaf of some sort.
Oh yes, we have honey loaf and honey butter too, if you would like it.
That sounds delightful.
I just give me 1 moment and I'll get things together. I we have two dwarves staying with us as well. I
Oh.
they 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 had a late night, so I don't expect them up uh, quite so soon. But let me start. Let me get you your honey bread and uh, something to drink, and then I will start getting everything ready for a larger meal for the dwarves.
I
And
smile at Elwing and I say, "That's fine. We'll wait. We have time."
Yes, we do have time. We are patient.
all right, so yeah, she you know brings you to a table to sit down and brings you
Mhm.
some tea and is dashing around the kitchen, uh, doing all kinds of preparations,
Right.
and eventually brings you your honey bread and honey butter.
Oh
Um,
boy.
Mm,
may it's not quite. It's probably a little sweeter than you're used to eating,
Okay.
uh,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
with so much honey involved. But
Hmm.
it is palatable. And it doesn't take long for one of, or at least one of the two dwarves to emerge from one of the rooms up above where you're seated.
Okay. I'd imagine we probably hear the footsteps as they're rousting about up there, maybe.
You could probably hear them snoring when you came
mm.
I don't snore.
in.
Okay. All
So,
right.
yeah, so eventually Borlin and Faldor make their way down.
Hmm.
Oh, some
Uh,
elves. Do we know?
I will stand, maybe bump my head actually, and then give them a respectful bow.
Mm.
Oh,
I,
you!
I will do the same, but I will not bump my head
Oh,
after I've seen what happens when you get up too quickly. Yes.
Cowriel, wasn't it?
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
You
And
you came to our rescue here not too long ago with those spiders. A while
I,
back,
s-
if you remember or not.
I say, oh, I remember, friend Faldor. I say, it's wonderful to see you in good spirits and good health.
So we've been joining the finer things in Hobbit than the Shire, I guess.
Uh,
Um,
well, then you won't mind
their
joining
ale
us.
kind of. What was that? I'm
Well, then
sorry.
you won't mind joining us for this honey,
Oh,
some
sure.
breakfast.
Oh, I didn't even know they had honey stuff. Oh, the stew. Stew is what we heard about. You need to look into that stew.
Oh, yes. It's...
Gonna
They'll
put
taste it.
Yes, it's gonna put the Shire on the map. I tell you.
Now, do we know Barlin as well, or Borlin? I'm sorry, as well,
Yes, we
or do we
were
have to meet? We do.
together
Yeah, we were together. Yeah.
when
Okay,
Okay,
so
you
and
you
friend.
you
saved
okay, so
us. Yes.
so you've met them before,
Yes.
Galriel?
So I would
Right.
have to introduce them to Elwing then.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I
All
just
right.
wanted to
All
be
right.
clear.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I wasn't sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Elwyn,
And
huh? Is that Elfish for the wind?
ding,
Yeah.
ding, wing, wing, like bird
Oh,
wing.
the wing. Oh,
Oh,
the wing. Is
yes.
that what you
Yes.
mean? Okay.
Not to be confused with Fellwind.
Oh.
No. We will not have none of that, my friend dwarf. Oh no,
Got
it is my pleasure to meet you.
you.
I
You.
look
I
forward to our journeys together.
and I
Oh.
quickly put plates in front of both of them. So so
Oh. I can take a hint and I'll just start eating.
All right, so the four of you enjoy breaking your fast
Mhm.
together, and uh, you acquaint yourselves with one another over a few hours, and then Eventually, the door swings open abruptly, and you see a large, barrel-chested dwarf
Mm.
step through, and he is adorned in very ornate armor, has a very long beard, and has
Mm.
obviously seen many battles based off of the scars
Mm.
that are all over his face and his mangled hands. And he says, "Ah, you've all made it. I was hoping that you would be here. I even came a little late just to make sure I wouldn't have to wait for you."
And this is
Uh, yes, I
Gaza. Okay.
am glad to formally meet all of you. I am Daza, and I greatly appreciate your response to my letters. I am in desperate need of some help, and I'm hoping all of you will be the key to my troubles.
Wonderful. Join us. Have some more ales. I can gesture over. Bring us
Yes,
more ales.
keep them,
Greatest breakfast ale.
keep them, and keep them coming, young Apatis.
Okay.
And so he sits down and sits at the head of the table that everyone is
Mhm.
at, and he says, "As you know from my letters, that I'm in desperate need of someone to make their way into Doon. We, as obviously Borland and Faldor know, uh, with the retaking of Erebor, the activity of the goblins and orcs there has diminished significantly, and a council of noble dwarves is being established. And my father rightfully has a place, but he is quite sick. Uh, Unfortunately, we need proof of our nobility because the records are all lost in Khazad-dûm.
Mm.
So I need something from our family's belongings that proves our nobility. And the only thing I have, and the only thing my family has, is my father's armor, which is crafted by the finest dwarves in Khazad-dûm in
Mhm.
his honor. We left it behind when we fled Moria, and we have no idea of what has come to it. I need this to get my seat on the council, and that is why I need you to make your way to the Misty Mountains and find its location. I would do it myself, but he raises his mangled hand,
Mhm.
and but I don't have a fight in me anymore. This ferocious orc took my axe hand, and I don't feel I have the fight in me required for this venture.
No worries.
Mm.
We we I'm sure we have fight enough in us. I look around at my friends. Hopefully they look enthusiastic as I am.
I'm Calorel's looking kind of somber, at this tale, which honestly sounds like more dwarven malarkey, so to speak, where someone has to prove their lineage, and put others in deadly situations or circumstances to do so. But he understands it is their way, and he understands. But this is a serious venture for sure, very serious.
Yes, very serious.
And of course, I'm willing to fund your entire travels. And I have several contacts along the way that can assist you.
Hmm.
But if you can merely locate the armor and establish the easiest way to access it, I'm willing to pay you handsomely, but I will pay you triple if you can bring it back to me yourselves.
Wow.
Butler's just like nodding eagerly the entire time he's talking, and also eating the honey bread with honey smeared in honey butter. Yes, yes, yes.
Elwing just nods silently.
Of course. This
I'm-
sounds exactly like the kind of thing we're here to do. Restore,
So-
help you restore your name and clear the way for future expeditions to the Cats of Doon.
So he nods as each of you agrees, and
Mhm.
he pulls out of his pack an elaborate scroll and slams it down onto the table and unrolls this very large map.
Mhm.
And can you guys?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow,
Ooh.
crazy.
It says, "This is the most detailed map of Moria I could find. It's It shows every major section and all of the known entrances. Unfortunately, we don't know what the status of each of those entrances are. But I think this will be invaluable to you to finding your way through. So, Borlin and Faldor will know a certain number of things about this map. So, just to explain quickly how Moria was established, the city began on the east, where it says Old Moria, and that was that small section right there. It started out as a mine, and then it was established. And then from that mine, where that there's like a line through there, like a crevice or something. Yeah. So that's where the mine started, and it was just that mine, and then the Darrow Delph was established, which is the city. It's the city, and then eventually they created the straight road that cut through all of the straight through the Misty Mountains. And all of these other areas were established, and eventually the doors of Doran opened up onto the west, which is the area of the continent that we're on right now.
Right.
So when you look at the when you look at some of the descriptions in here, it kind of the halls and everything started from the east and worked their way west.
Right. Okay.
So the cross section kind of gives you a sense for how elaborate the city was, and then the fact that there is some sort of winding steps or something that goes straight up from the base all the way to the top of the mountain.
The endless staircase.
Yes. So you will be able to utilize this. The numbers and the descriptions of everything up at the top are the known locations of the city itself. So these are both Faldor and Borlin will know the names and stuff that are on the I guess we can call it the key to the map, and all of those numbers actually match the stuff on the key. So as we make our way through here, we're going to you're going to be deciding which one of these locations in the key that you're going to go to. And
Mhm.
so it's what's called a point crawl instead of a hex crawl.
Right.
So you're going to be journeying from number to number and having encounters along the way.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
All right.
Just for time scale, the dwarves were all driven out of Moria by the orcs. Is that right?
No. So if you look at the cross section in the bottom right hand corner, there's something called the deeps.
Yeah.
The
The Balrog.
dwarves, yes, the Balrog. They dug too deep and awakened the Balrog. And the Balrog is what drove them out of Moria.
And that was
The
how long
orcs
ago? Is the question.
It was about 200 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
So the Balrog drove all the dwarves out, and then the orcs and the goblins are moved in and started and basically took over the place.
Mhm.
However, over the course of the events of the Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies, a large number of the orcs and goblins were killed in that battle,
Mm.
which is why the dwarves think they might be able to retake Moria.
You got a chance.
It's
Okay.
time.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Except for the Balrog, but makes sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't know the status of the Balrog, so
Mhm.
it may have maybe that's part of the reason their trepidation to whether or not they should actually do this.
And they call
Right.
it what? Durin's Bane? Is that what they call the
Yes,
Balrog?
yes. So Durin, yes. So the Balrog is kind of like all demons of that type are Balrogs. It's like
Oh, okay.
Durin's Bane is that specific Balrog.
Got it.
Um,
Okay.
and they call it Durin's Bane because there was all of the kings of Moria, or most of them, were named Durin, and
Mhm.
one particular Durin was killed by the Balrog before the dwarves were driven out, and that's why it's given the name Durin's Bane.
Valdar will quickly wipe his hands off on the nearest napkin or under his beard to be in polite company and pick up the map, look and studying it, and say, "Fascinating," is all he'll say. Then he'll put it back down, but he'll keep looking at it. But he's real close.
There's one additional challenge other than the fact that you need to make your way through Moria and locate my family's armor. My second cousin, Ilgrin, is also after the armor.
I knew it.
So you're going to have some
Wow.
competition.
Mhm. See? Dwarves.
Ilgrid?
Ilgrin.
Ilgrin. Ilgrin. Okay.
Ilgrid with an N at the end instead of a D.
Mhm.
His father, he thinks about it, my uncle, my great uncle, I'm not sure, but
Mhm.
You're not sure. What kind of dwarf are you?
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead, John. Sorry.
He has a very bad reputation due to his betrayal of Doran before
Ooh.
us dwarves were driven out, and it would be a great dishonor to my family if he represented us on the council.
I knew it. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know who Ilgrin may be hiring in order to do this, but time is of the essence.
Moria's a big
do
place. Where would your armor be in this mountain? It could be anywhere. Where do you suspect it might be?
Well, assuming that it wasn't taken by any goblins, it would most likely be in the armory.
Most likely.
Okay, the
Right.
goblins have it. Got it.
Ooh, 17.
All right.
So as I mentioned, I have several contacts who will be able to help you, provide you with some rest along your journey. I have a human friend in the city of Bree who can assist you. I also know a rather, I would say, a bit of a ruffian of a dwarf that is living in Tharbad amongst the criminals there.
Mhm.
So both of them can give you, put you up, replenish uh, your your rations and your water and wine, and you may be able to acquire some ponies in Bree to help you carry the armor back. And of course, anything else you come across is yours.
Writing this down. So you said there's a dwarf and a human in Bree that can help us. Is that what it was?
There's a human in Bree and a dwarf in Tharbad.
Okay.
So
Human in Bree.
Tharbad is down here, which is not far from the west gates of Moria.
Oh, where are you
Uh,
now? Oh,
Hey,
no.
John, are these
I'm
that?
sorry. I'm sorry. You guys are still
Yeah,
in
We're
the
still in the
shop.
car.
yeah.
My apologies. Okay. So Tharbad is down here. Do you guys see that?
Uh,
Yep,
yes.
I see it.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I see
Okay.
it now.
All right. And then Bree, you guys should know where Bree is from Lord of the Rings, but that is directly to the east. And then Moria, the west gate of Moria is over here.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay.
And then of course, you know, you have Calrial, who is from Rivendell, which
Mm,
is up there, and they could certainly put you up.
okay. Okay. Right.
All right. So Daza, unless you haven't, does anybody have any more questions for Daza? Otherwise, he's going to
The only
wrap
thing I was
things
gonna
up.
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, mine's kind of just a above table thing. Is there a way you can add that Moria map to like our handouts or journal entries?
Yes, I should have done that. I just showed it to you. So give me just 1 second. I
Okay,
will
thank you.
grant you ownership of it.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
All right. You should all now see the Moria map in your journal
Yes,
tab.
Perfect.
thank you.
Journal tab. Which one's a journal tab? Is that the book?
That's
Yes.
the book. Yep. 2 over from the actor. All right. David, were you going to ask something of Daza?
Yes. Do we know for certain whether or not his, did he say his cousin? What was the relation?
Yes. Yeah, his second
will
cousin. Yeah.
will actually be there himself looking for the armor as well, or
Uh,
did he just send representatives, in his stead? Does he know?
he is much younger than me, so it's quite possible that he's going himself.
Okay.
But I would imagine that he likely has hired at least other dwarves to assist him. There's no way he could do this on his own.
Okay. That was it.
I just want to. The only thing I want is to hear the tale of how you what happened to your axe hand. Was this in Moria? Was this in your efforts to retrieve your family's armor?
You see a frown fall over his face, and he says, "I lost it fighting in the Battle of the Five Armies with
Mm.
a large number of my fellow dwarves. I killed at least 100 orcs before one of them took my hand. I do
Glorious.
not like to talk about it.
I won't press any further then, but I'm sure there's a good, a worthwhile tale. It was, and it will all work out in the end when you're on the council.
I sure hope so, and I would appreciate your help with it.
Do we know? Do we know that the story is that he's telling us the truth? Meaning, like, do we know about? Have we heard of the betrayal of this cousin? Like, is that part of our legends?
You are probably too young to know about it. Your parents might remember it, but the likelihood that two young dwarves would know it is pretty small. If you give me a lore roll and you get 2 successes, I will be able to give you more information. But you're going to need to get a 6 on one of those lore rolls. You can roll. You can roll independently, or you can help one another. It's up to you.
I have lore as a favorite skill. If you want me to try to
you can roll. I don't want to help you. You just roll on your. Or can I roll independently? Because I just want to see. I want to practice rolling.
Yeah. So Eric, with a favored skill, that means that you can spend a point of hope and get 2 extra dice instead of 1 extra dice. And since you're not helping each other, I think that is the only way that you would be able to get extra dice.
I'm not going to use hope yet. I'm just going to go with
okay.
I have a pretty high lore skill.
All right.
Wow.
No.
That's not. Never heard of it. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Wait a minute. Oh wait, Doon rolled first.
Oh yeah. I still.
You still.
Yeah, you still did. Yeah, you still.
Oh, that's not a. Okay, that's not a. No, it's not. Never mind. It would tell us if that was a bad roll.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, that's the Eye of Sauron is the bad roll. So
that we didn't get that though, right?
No, you didn't. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll actually look like an eye.
Okay.
When you roll that. Yeah. So essentially, what happens is if you fail the roll and you get the Eye of Sauron, then something really bad happens. That did not happen here. But yeah, neither of you have ever heard of of Daz's father, or I'm sorry, of Ilgrin's father, who betrayed Doran.
I trust him.
But there were a significant, there were certainly stories of dwarves that were essentially kicked out of Moria before, before the dwarves were completely driven out, and most of them made their way to the Blue Mountains. All right. Any other questions or anything?
All right.
All right. So Daza says, "I'll leave you to talk amongst yourselves, and I'm going to talk to some of my friends in the area, and if you need me, if you need me for any questions, further questions, or to make any arrangements, I can do so." And he excuses himself and leaves you to plan your journey. All right, so we only got 10 minutes left. So what I would like to do is for it in this 10 minutes, if you guys can figure out what the first leg of your journey is going to be on the map, and how this works is you guys actually draw on the map of the path you're going to take to get to your first destination, and then we will start the journey during the next session, and that is when you guys each take your role in the
Mhm.
fellowship for the journey, doing those roles. The guide, I forget. Does anybody remember who the guide is? That's the person that.
Was that me?
Let me
Guide might
see.
be me, the
The
navigator.
guide. The guide is.
Travel?
I
Yes,
got
that is
it.
Borland. It's
Yeah,
Borland.
I got
Yes.
Explorer, so
Orleans.
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. So Borland is the guide.
I'm not
He is
sure.
the one. He's the one that's going to be doing the rolls each day to see how far you travel.
Mhm.
And then whether he succeeds or not is going to dictate when an event happens. So if he succeeds and you're on easy terrain, you're going to go 3 hexes before an event happens. Whatever that event is, either the hunter, the scout, or the lookout is going to do a die roll, depending on what the event says. And that's going to dictate the outcome of the event and whether something good or bad happens. So if you succeed on the roll, you might gain some hope or something like that. If you fail the roll, you're going to start to become exhausted. You're going to what is the term? You're going to gain fatigue.
Mhm.
And that essentially, fatigue is going to add to your load. So your total load is how much equipment you're carrying plus your fatigue. So as your fatigue goes up, if it reaches your endurance, then you're going to become weary. So it benefits you to stop as many places as you can along your journey in order to recover some of the fatigue that you're going to accumulate over the course of your journey.
Hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you can do a straight shot
Mhm.
like you are right now.
Kind of
Agree.
what Boren's already done here. I think going to breathe and probably to check with our contact there. Then going down to Tharbad.
Yeah, follow the
Try
roads.
there.
I think the Green Way.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then
Mhm.
river travel,
Yeah. Then
the riverboat.
can we find out what is it? Ost in Adel? Is that what it is?
Mhm.
It's like it's a
Yeah.
ruin, but I don't know what it is. Can we find out what that is?
That
Right
is
outside the
yeah,
mall.
that is actually a ruined human city. You
Mhm.
dwarves would certainly know about this because the dwarves traded with the humans here.
Mhm.
They, the humans would provide the dwarves like food that they grew in their farms, and in return, they would get either equipment or ore or something like that.
Mhm.
That is been abandoned because it's been destroyed for hundreds of years.
By
Um,
what?
uh, during the I don't know the actual lore of it,
Oh,
but
okay, okay.
we're
I think
going to
you probably
say it
default
was
to say
it was
orcs.
Well,
yeah,
that's what I
it's
was gonna say.
probably it
Yeah.
we'll say it was destroyed during like the Second Age with like a battle with Sauron or something.
So the reason I asked
So
is that
it was taken by orcs and dwarves.
would it
I
would
mean
it be
orcs and
safe
goblins.
would it be safe to assume that that region or that area is orc or goblin territories or
Uh,
areas?
there are
Okay.
goblins and orcs all
Okay.
throughout the countryside here,
Okay.
as long and many other bad things.
Okay.
Mm.
That's why most people do not travel off of the roads unless they
Mhm.
absolutely have to.
Okay.
Uh, there is Tharbad is actually is known to be home to some like highwaymen that
Okay.
it's basically like a criminal city.
Oh my
It's
God.
also
Okay.
it's also in ruins, but there's
Oh.
criminals that live there.
Oh, okay.
And it is they basically try to shake down everyone that's coming from Linden and trying to go to Gondor. So
Hey.
Gondor is south of here.
Mm.
It is
Ah, I
not
see. Yes,
participating in this campaign.
Okay.
Never use
Uh,
those.
What do you guys think then?
To
Once
Isengard?
we go, once we
Isengard.
go south, right? We go south past the South Downs.
Sounds?
Then
Yeah.
are we gonna want to start maybe heading east over land?
You
You
want to
know,
completely skip over Tharbad?
it's a bandit city, yeah.
I mean,
We
yeah,
Where
we
else
but
have
would we
a
cross, though?
contact.
we have a contact there.
Oh, that's right.
And,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, I forgot.
if
I'm
worse
sorry.
comes to worse, it's gonna. I mean, I guess we could go back to your home in Rivendell.
I mean, would you rather go to Rivendell and avoid the bad city?
The-
I mean that.
I mean,
That's
time, you know.
It's a lot of overland.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, we can go to Tharbat and check our. I just figured
because I
it's a
don't
hive
see
of
any
sin and villainy.
other like waypoints anywhere.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
staying on the
So-
road is the best plan. Take the green way.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I like that.
And then from Tharbad, we can make our way to the east and make a decision about that based on what this Swan Fleet swampy area looks like.
Yeah, looks like a swamp. Yeah.
Mhm.
all right. So it sounds like you're going to Bree first. Is that right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Bree.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just take the road, right? That's
Yeah. So I need
Yeah,
you.
why not?
I need you. Yeah. So someone, please draw on the map. If you click the
We don't have
pencil.
like drawing capabilities, so it doesn't look like. We just got measurements.
Oh, you.
pencil.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can't. You guys can't draw on the map. Oh, that's
No.
stupid.
Mm-mm.
What?
How do we draw on the map?
Hold on a
There's
second.
no tool there yet.
Token tools.
I can draw on my monitor.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
Go
Go get a
into the
Sharpie, dude. Go get a
screenshot.
Sharpie. All right.
We want to go. We just want to do this. This is what we want to do. Straight across.
Yeah, but we
Okay.
want something permanent though,
Okay.
so he can see.
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. But I'm just
No,
showing
no, no.
John.
That's fine. Yeah. So
That's fine?
I will.
Okay.
All right. I will. I'll do the drawing. So the idea is that you're not supposed to be using the hexes. You're supposed to draw
okay.
the path, and then the hex, then the number of hexes that
I don't know
it
if you
is.
can like shift. How
There
do
might
you
be
do
a way
that?
to draw.
I'll
We
just-
can figure it out.
You know,
Yeah,
It's fine.
there's a
It's
way.
fine. This
I
is
think it
the
says-
first time we're figuring it
that's
out.
not
It's
it.
fine. So you guys, can you guys see the line I just drew?
No.
If you
Oh, that's probably
Another second.
because it's because of the.
Is
all right.
there
Well,
something
well,
missing that we're supposed to have? Like
No.
a tool? No? Okay.
No,
Yeah, that
it's
doesn't really work
the problem is the fact that you're looking at a fog of war that is going to uncover as you make your way.
Oh, we're not looking at.
okay.
So
Yeah.
you can't see what I drew because it's under the fog of
Yeah.
war. But
Okay.
Okay.
you will see it as we start doing the
As we
rolls and
move.
making the way. Yeah,
Okay.
as we
Okay.
start making the way across.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are going what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hexes.
hmm
So so that's they say the maximum journey should, like, if you're doing 20 hexes,
Mhm.
then that's probably a bit too far because
Mhm.
you probably won't make it because you'll be so tired.
Mhm.
So yeah, so we'll pick up next time with this, and we can
Mhm.
we can learn the journey mechanics,
Mhm.
and then we will arrive in Bree, and you guys can make your plan from there.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't
Now,
write down my my role on my sheet of what I'm supposed to be doing, so I got to figure that out next time. Am I the scout
yeah,
or
so
the
so
whatever
there's
or whatever?
there. I'm gonna figure out how to get you guys the macros, because there's actually
Okay.
a cool macro for the entire group. Like
Uh,
there's one for the fellowship token, which is what's on the
mhm,
map, and then there's like quick clicks for each of your character sheets. So
mhm.
I can open up the fellowship and quickly see who everyone is, and then I can also open up your character sheets really quickly. So
Oh, okay.
so I'm gonna figure out how to have you guys have access to that so that you
Okay.
can see that,
Cool.
and that'll make things a lot easier, I think.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
All right.
All right. I like that.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, John.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah.
What
thank
do we
you.
get for
Yeah.
experience? Because we get experience every time we
Hey,
do
experience,
combat.
right?
No,
You
it's going to
might
be
level
every
up.
other session. Every other session, we're going, or we can do it for every hour of play is the other option. So
Mm,
you guys can get
interesting.
I'm not sure where it's recorded on here.
I'm not even sure what the experience is because it sounds like there's two different versions of it.
So this is going to go into the details of the other phase of the game. So we're in the adventure phase. There's another phase called the fellowship phase, which is the like the downtime phase, and that is when you get to a destination, uh, and you rest. That's the downtime. So, like in Lord of the Rings, when they got to Rivendell, that was or when they got to Bree, that was a downtime, a fellowship phase, and then there was
Mhm,
another fellowship phase when they got to Rivendell, and that's when you have an opportunity to uh, spend your XP and
mhm.
train or something like that. So I'm not sure where XP is recorded.
Page
I will.
55 is where it talks about experience in the book. If that's not what you're talking about, though. Never mind.
I mean, I mean where we recorded on the character sheet,
That,
because
yeah, that I didn't
Yeah.
see.
yeah, I'll have to figure that out. But everyone's going to get uh, is going to get 2 points uh, to spend, but you won't be able to spend it until the fellowship phase. So
Mhm.
Oh, it's if you go down underneath the equipment gear, it has fellowship, skill points, adventure points, treasure. Is that where we put it at?
oh yeah, maybe it's called skill points. I don't know. I'll figure it out before the next session, and
It
I'll
looks
add
like we get
everybody in, and I'll
skill points and adventure
explain
points
it.
when we level
Yeah,
up.
I'll review it and put the numbers in, and then I'll explain it to you guys
Okay.
when we start
Okay.
next time.
Super.
Sounds good.
Cool. More ale.
All right.
All right.